variety is the key to family fun. And a great way to keep things interesting around the kitchen table. Let me share a secret recipe. Discover an ingredient that fires your imagination. Choose other flavors to match. Find the best way to cook them. My secret recipe? Cooking without a recipe. It's a beautiful day, perfect for a little grilling and chilling. So that means burgers, but not just any burgers. The burgers I'm thinking about are the holy grail of vegetarian cooking. They're protein rich, but they're full of mushrooms, not meat. Because mushrooms like portobellos and shiitakes have a wonderful earthy rich goodness that'll easily replace the meat in a normal burger. And hey, they've got tons of flavor too. Now, when you're working with shiitake mushrooms, it's always a good idea to get rid of the stem. It's tough and woody, and no amount of cooking will tenderize it. The portobello stems, on the other hand, they're fine. You know, a good veggie burger isn't about replacing meat. It's about making something that's really good all by itself. Okay, I'm going to need some onions and garlic, too. And a splash of sesame oil. This will add a nice, rich, toasty flavor to the burger base as well. Now later, all of this is going to get chopped up in a food processor, so I'm not too worried now about how finely I slice everything. I'm just trying to get it into the pot and get it sweating down. Now, a good veggie burger has lots of flavor, but not very much moisture, because moisture will get in the way of forming a perfect little patty, so I'm going to take the time to cook out as much liquid as I can. And the best way to do that is over a medium heat, so nothing burns along the way. There's step one. Now for step two. Of course, you don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy vegetarian flavors. I mean, vegetables are a key part of any food lifestyle. But if vegetables are all that you eat, you do have to be careful, because you have to replace the vital nutrients and the protein that many of us get from meat. Fortunately, that's easily done. All you have to do is combine a whole grain, like brown rice or bulgur wheat, with a legume, like tofu, which I'm going to add to that burger base later. I'm going to need a half cup of each one. So I've got 1 full cup of grain in total, so now I'm going to need 2 cups of water. Let's see, I think a bay leaf should be swimming in there too. And some soya sauce. I really need to bulk up the earthy richness of these burgers every step of the way. Soy's a good way to do that. All this vegetarian talk. I'm hungry for a veggie snack. Now here's a simple vegetarian snack that you can make any day of the week. And when you taste it, you probably will. I'm just going to make a basic salad. There's nothing wrong with canned chickpeas. They're loaded with flavor and nutrition, and they're easy to use. Chickpeas are a legume. They're basically a type of bean, and corn is a grain. Combine the two together, and I've got a complete vegetable protein profile. Let's jack this flavor up a bit with these onions. Some bean sprouts. These are packed full of nutrition and flavor too, and they're crisp as well. Perfect for a salad. Now vegetables like salt and pepper too, and they particularly like olive oil. And just to brighten them up a bit, I'm going to add that lemon, all of the lemon, including the aromatic zest on the outside. With the lemon juice and the olive oil together, I basically have a quick salad dressing. A nice whole wheat pita, perfect for wrapping up a snack. And then just roll it up. Beautiful. That tastes so good, I don't even miss the meat. Now those burgers are going to need some kind of potato. You know, a little vegetarian flavor now and then is a great way to keep things fresh around your family's table, with lots of healthy variety and lots of easy flavor. You don't have to delete meat from your table to enjoy an all-veggie meal once or twice a week. It can be an uplifting way to try something tasty and different and to feel great about learning some new flavors. I'm whipping up my famous veggie burger, complete with meaty mushroom flavor, whole grains for body, and soon, the complimentary protein of tofu. Now every burger needs fries, but who says they can't taste great and be good for you too? Not me. It's time for some sweet potato wedgies. I'm going to wedge these up and then toss them into a nice hot oven and crisp them up. They'll go perfectly with the burgers. Now these can be tossed with just about any flavor under the sun. And speaking of the sun, I think the traditional flavors of the Southwest would brighten these up nicely. So I've got some standard issue chili powder and some olive oil. That should do. We'll just toss these up. So I'm going to arrange these on a baking sheet just like this, skin down in nice neat rows. I'm actually going to bake these off at 375. Now for the burger base. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. The brown rice and the bulgur wheat have cooked off nicely, and perhaps most importantly, they've absorbed all the moisture that I put into that pot. That's important because I need this mixture to form some nice tight burger patties. So the next step is to puree the whole thing. And while I do that, I might as well add some more meaty flavor and complete the protein profile. Now 2 eggs will help bind everything together. And here's my secret ingredient, miso paste. Miso paste is made out of fermented soybeans, and that fermentation process gives it this rich, earthy, meaty flavor, perfect for veggie burgers. I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons or so. Breadcrumbs will absorb any extra moisture in the mix and help stiffen the works up. You know, protein is the fundamental building block of life, and most of us get plenty of it from dairy or from meat, but vegetarians get theirs by combining grains like brown rice and bulgur with beans like the soybeans that make tofu. Together, these simple ingredients contain all the nutrients that your body needs to make protein, whether you're a vegetarian or not. These smell great too. There's so much earthy aroma coming out of these right now. Can't wait to have one for dinner. Okay. Now I find it best to refrigerate these burgers before you start cooking them up. They really firm up nicely that way. One more thing and this tray full of fixins is good to go. How would you like to have your own organic farm right in your own kitchen? Well, you can. Just start sprouting. Ounce for ounce, sprouts have the highest concentration of nutrients in nature. They're powerhouse packed with vitamins, minerals, and flavor. These are the true fountain of youth. Rev up your sprout farm with the organic seed of your choice. Alfalfa, lentil, peas, radish, or even broccoli. Begin with a few spoonfuls of the seed in a large jar. Then add a cup of water and cover the mouth with mesh or cheesecloth. Soak overnight in a cool, dark place. The next day, drain the works and rinse well with lots of cool water. Continue for a few days, rinsing twice a day and always leaving the jar inverted so it drains well. In 4 days or so, you'll have a bumper crop of healthy, flavorful sprouts. They're usually tastiest when they're 1 or 2 inches long. You can even leave them uncovered in the sun and they'll green up nicely in just a few hours. There we go. I think it's so cool that you can grow these in your own kitchen, and they taste great too. Hey, these burgers are going to have so many flavors on them, nobody's going to notice the missing meat. So I think it's time to turn on the grill, but not for the burgers. Cooking up some vegetarian variety for dinner tonight. We enjoy lots of different foods, so an all-veggie meal now and then is a welcome guest at our table. My gold standard veggie burgers are full of rich meaty mushrooms and the full-bodied protein of whole grains and complementary legumes. Brown rice, bulgur wheat, and tofu, all jazzed up with the richness of miso paste. It's not about the missing meat. These burgers are great all by themselves. But I do think they'd go great with some grilled vegetables. Now, when it comes to grilling vegetables, there are 3 basic types. Those that are good to go raw and ready, like asparagus. Those that need a little slicing and dicing, like a zucchini or bell peppers. And those that should just stay right here in the fridge, because all the olive oil in the world isn't going to make a cabbage work. These peppers need to be cut down to size so they'll fit on that grill. Now this zucchini is obviously too big for the grill. Just trim those ends off and quarter this as well. Now the trick with the red onion is to cut it into nice thick slices, because these are just easier to work with on the grill. Now the asparagus is easy. All I've got to do is trim off the tough woody stems down here on the bottom. Now olive oil will add lots of flavor, and of course it'll keep all these veggies from sticking to the grill. Now vegetables like salt and pepper too. Now I'm going to need some extra oil for the grill. Now I've got a little treat today. I'm going to add a little flavor bonus to this grill. I've got some sage leaves. I'll simply dip them into olive oil and then brush the grill down. This is a Mediterranean flavor trick, using herbs to brush oil onto a live grill. All right, the asparagus is going on first. And now you can see why I cut the zucchini the way I did. It makes it easier to move it around the grill. Grilling works best with tender foods, foods that will cook quickly in this high searing heat. Of course, one of the keys to being a grill master is not to cut everything into small pieces. You want everything on the grill to be easy to work with. You know, when you're grilling, there really are no rules. As long as everything looks great and tastes great, hey, you're on the right track. Now here's another way to add some active flavor to your family's table. Some fresh basil from your own herb garden, in your backyard or in a pot. Sometimes it's hard to see past all the boxes and trucks and remember that food comes from the earth. Well, to be a farmer, you don't need a pair of overalls and a tractor. You don't even have to get up early in the morning. All you need are an empty pot, some earth, and a trip to your local greenhouse. For best results, use well-drained potting soil and a south-facing window. Begin your back-to-nature career with leafy herbs like basil, oregano, or sage, thyme, or even parsley. And then treat them like a member of the family. Say good morning every day. Give them a good drink now and then. And as things go well, you'll graduate to finicky rosemary, and before you know it, you'll be proud of the dirt under your nails. And of course, flavor doesn't get any fresher than this. Now, the dominant flavor of any burger is the flavor of the grill, the caramelization, the roasting flavor. But what if you don't have a grill on your back deck? Well, you could just as easily bake these off in the oven, or you could pan roast them. I'll just add a thin film of oil there. Ah, the sound of a searing burger. One nice thing about veggie burgers, they cook very quickly, and when they're done, they're still nice and juicy inside. You know, you don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy vegetarian flavors. You just have to enjoy good food, like these beautiful grilled vegetables with homegrown basil, no less. Just look at those colors. Beautiful. And these sweet potato wedgies with the bright flavors of the Southwest. I wonder if anybody will notice the missing meat tonight. These turned out awesome. They look just like real burgers. And homegrown sprouts, too. Hey, If this is what vegetarian food looks like, sign me up. You know, one of the best places to take care of your family is in the kitchen, because everyday vitality is easily found in your food. So whether you're a vegetarian or not, try mixing some balanced, colorful vegetarian flavors into your food lifestyle and see how it feels. Hey, variety, the spice of life, and the key to life.
Those are some big French fries.
Can you put all that?
Whoa.
What kind of meat is that?
It tastes kind of meaty, actually.
Well, it's basically mushrooms with bulgur and brown rice. Do you like those grilled veggies?
I like them.
Aren't they good? There's nothing like grilled
I
veggies.
don't like them.
I know, that's why you're eating them all.
I'll just eat your asparagus then if you're not going to eat that.
Oh, you can eat that too. That's called basil. Can you say cheers? Cheers.